Or no? What was the difference between line and a ray? Or no one able to talk? Bhumika?
So the line extends in both the direction and ray extends in one direction.
Okay. And then what is segment?
So it has both initial and terminal point, and so it has definite length.
Both the terminal point as well as the initial point, beginning and ending, are both closed. Then it is called segment. Then we spoke about plane. And the fundamental difference between point to line is point doesn't have either length nor breadth, whereas a line has a length but no breadth. Now plane has both length and breadth. And of course, though it's out of context here, along with length and breadth, if you add a height, it forms space, that is three-dimensional. So as we have only up to three-dimensional topic comes to you in 12th class. So till then it's only two planes, x-axis, y-axis. There is no third dimension. X-axis for me now it is length, y-axis is breadth. Only two dimensions are added. Now a plane is which has both length and breadth. Now the points which lie on a plane are called coplanar points, and the lines which lie on a plane are called as coplanar lines. Now, is it necessary that I have a specific word for coplanar points, coplanar lines? That means, do I have something which are not coplanar also? Yes, points can be there in non-coplanar. Points which are not on the plane. That means if you look at your floor and you hold your pen in the air, that pen is not, any point, say for that matter, which is not on the plane, will be a point which is, Milan, I forgot his name. Right. So that will be a point which is not on the plane, outside the plane, somewhere in the sky here, which is not on the plane, is non-coplanar. Similarly, lines also. Need not be that every line will be there on the same plane. You can draw a line on the wall, and that is not on the plane called your floor. So that's a line which is outside the floor. That is called non-coplanar lines. A line which does not lie on a plane is called non-coplanar line, right? Actually, this should be the beginning before the point line. Then collinear points is the points which lie on a same line are called collinear. And I insisted on last class also. Collinearity should be discussed with 3 or more points. Similarly, non-collinearity. If I ask you 2 points, A and B, are they collinear? Blindly tell, yes, they are collinear, because passing through 2 points, there exists always a line. Same way when I talk about coplanarity also, remember, 3 points coplanar. Can somebody say why? I'm giving a statement here, though I'll use the old plane only. Yes. 3 points are always coplanar. So that means what I mean here is there are 2 indirect statements here. One is 3 points will always form a plane. And second is, if I want to talk about coplanar points, I need to minimum mention 4 points. I need minimum 4 points to talk about coplanarity. A, B, C, are they coplanar? Blindly tell, yes, they are coplanar. There is no other choice. They have to be coplanar. But when it comes to 4, maybe the 4th point maybe or may not be coplanar with the remaining 3. Now my question is, how do you establish the statement that 3 points will always be coplanar? or no? Could you give a reason behind that?
So, for example, there are first, sir, we will take 2 points, A and B.
Okay.
So, sir, it is like you told about axioms. So, it is an axiom that it will always be, 2 points will always be coplanar, whether it is
Right.
in London or India or wherever.
No, 2 points will always be coplanar, agreed. I'm saying now 3 points are also always coplanar.
Sir, the
3 points,
the
yeah.
third point gives us an assurity that all the two coplanar points will be coplanar if the third point also lies in its line of sight.
You are combining a line with a plane. 2 points are always collinear. So having a line doesn't mean there exists only one plane. See, if I give you 2 points, there will be one line which passes through them. Now, if I give you third point also, and you join them with the first 2 points, the third point which I gave, you join it with the first 2 points, then you formed something called a triangle, right? If you look at the triangular region, it will be always be a plane. That's why your plane geometry begins with finding its area. All the mensurable characters are coming up because there is a region formed by them. And that region will have a name called plane. If you look at triangle, imagine how a triangle looks like. Is it not a part of your paper? Can you draw a triangle with 2 points on the paper and third point somewhere in the sky? You can. But what happens once you draw the triangle with the third point which is not on the plane? Then again there is a new plane formed with the third point. That is, a new triangle is formed with the third point, and that becomes the plane of the three. So whenever I have 3 points, they have to be coplanar because they form a region called triangle. The triangular region itself is a flat surface. Indirectly, plane is nothing but a flat surface. That flat surface is in mathematical terminology called as coplanar. So remember always, coplanarity should be talked with respect to minimum 4 points. Similarly, collinearity should be talked with respect to minimum 3 points. Write down both the wording. Yes, what does the first statement says? Coplanarity is 3 points are always coplanar and 2 points are always collinear. Can we move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Non-collinear points, a point which does not lie on a straight line, opposite of collinearity. Then we spoke about angle, right? And how do we denote this? And what does angle actually
Excuse me, sir.
measure? Yeah or no?
Sir, 3 points are always collinear and 4 points are always coplanar.
No. 3 points need not be collinear. Why will they be collinear? A is here, B is here. If I take C here, will they be collinear? I mean, any line can you draw which contains all 3 points?
No, sir.
3 points are always coplanar. 2 points are always collinear.
Okay,
See,
sir, I was
officially
confused.
speaking, I cannot talk about collinearity of 2 points and I cannot talk about 3 points coplanarity because they are assumed, they are 100% assured that 3 will always be coplanar, 2 will always be collinear. Understood the difference or no?
Sir, I got confused between collinear and coplanar.
Collinear is on a line,
On a line, and coplanar is on a plane.
on a plane.
Yes, sir.
So collinearity can be spoken provided I have 3 or more points. Below that, I cannot talk about collinearity. Why? Because below that means what? 3 or more below that. That means 2 or 1 or 0. 0 points collinear, meaningless. 1 point collinear, meaningless. 2 points collinear, always assured. So minimum collinearity should be spoken to verify. I need minimum 3 points. Not assured that they have to be collinear, but to cross check whether, they are collinear or not, I need minimum 3 points. That's what this statement says. 3 or more points lie on a same straight line, then they are collinear. Is your confusion cleared, Arnav?
Yes, sir.
Same way, coplanar also. 4 or more points lie on a plane, then they are said to be coplanar. Below that, they are assured. 3 will always form a unique plane. 2 points, coplanarity meaningless. 1 point, coplanarity meaningless. 0 points, coplanarity doesn't exist at all. So for coplanarity, I need 4 or more points. For collinearity, I need 3 or more points. Then, as you said, angle is a combination of 2 rays. Not every combination of 2 rays, but the most important thing is they should have a common initial point, and the common point is called as vertex. That will be the middle part of angle notation. Angle, vertex in the middle, the 2 segments which end at, the 2 rays which end at O, that is AO, OB. Whereas from the diagram, it's not the same one which I am showing. So angle that I have shown in the diagram, how do you denote? It is either BAC or angle CAB. Anyone, no problem, as of now. But the same chapter, when you study in 10th class under the heading called trigonometry, these two will be different. There will be one angle which is measured in clockwise and another angle which is measured in anti-clockwise. They will be treated differently in a sense. Yeah, Arnav?
Sir, is it sine and cos?
Yeah. That's what is the wording. Sine and cos. There again you'll come across the same wording called angle. Then the difference between the 2 angles which I wrote up to 9th class, they are equal. As an angle, they are equal. But when it comes to trigonometry, all angles that are measured in clockwise will be treated as negative angles, and all angles that are measured in anti-clockwise sense will be treated as positive. Write down, mention that word also here. No problem when we are learning about angle measure. Why don't we begin the fundamentals here itself? Write down first point. All the angles measured in clockwise sense are treated as negative angles, and all angles measured in anti-clockwise sense are treated as positive angles. Then what happens is, if suppose this angle is say 40 degrees, then angle BAC, if you observe that angle is in anti-clockwise, then it will be plus 40 degrees. But angle CAB, the rotation is measured in clockwise, so this becomes minus 40 degrees. They will be different in when you study in the coming classes. But as of now, both are treated equal. Whether you measure it from BA to C or from CA to B, the angle measure is same. And the vertex should be always in the middle of the notation. Right? Can we move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Then comes degree, that is the units of angle measurements. What is an angle degree? When one complete rotation, when I start from the same point and treat O as a vertex, A, then catch hold of A, rotate it till it comes back to A. Then this angle is called as one complete angle. And what are the stages between them? Half of the complete angle is given a name called, what was the name? Who will tell us? Sahas. Last class I mentioned them, and I'm sure you wrote. What was half of complete angle called? What is the specific name to it?
The straight angle.
It's called one straight angle. And half of straight angle is called
Right angle.
It's called a right angle. And when a complete angle is divided into 360 equal parts, take a knife and cut the cake into 360 cones. One complete circular cake you divide into 360 equal parts, each looking like a cone. The angle in one cone is called as 1 degree, that is 1 by 360th of a complete angle is called as 1 degree. And how do we denote it? We denote it by power 0. That's why one complete angle has how many degrees?
360 degrees.
There should be 360 degrees. Write down, kabhi kaam aayega. One complete angle equal to 360 degrees. If one complete angle has 360 degrees, how many degrees should be there in a straight angle then?
Sir, 180 degrees.
Because half of complete angle is a straight angle. Complete angle has 360. Half of it will have 180. So write down that also. One straight angle equal to 180 degrees. So how many degrees should be there in a one right angle?
Sir, 90 degrees.
Whereas my teacher teaches me in the reverse order. If there are 90 degrees, the angle is called one right angle. But actually, what should be the correct statement? One right angle has 90 degrees in it. Not that 90 degrees will make a right angle. Now, why will right angle have 90 degrees? Because one complete angle has 360 degrees. Why will one complete angle has 360 degrees? Because one complete angle when divided into 360 parts will give me 1 degree. That's why there are 360 parts in a complete circle. The order is reverse, ulta order. But how we learn is the reverse order. And the greatness of mathematics is there is a chapter called calculus which comes to you in 11th. There, the topic was developed in one order, but we learn it in the other order. Whereas here, the topic was in the order, But so again, 1 degree is divided into 60 equal parts. Each part is called as 1 minute. And again, minute is also bigger angle. So we divide it into 60 equal parts. Each part is called as 1 second. And as I told you last class, please don't confuse with the watch. Those 60 matches there, but that is different and this is different.